and it needs to make my mouth happy. His mom was just about to suggest something yummy when suddenly a voice from inside the cupboard said, "You want a pickle?" Both Christopher and his mom were startled. They looked around the kitchen, wondering what made this delicious suggestion. Christopher's mom got up from her chair and cautiously walked over to the cabinet, opened the door, and Christopher followed silently behind her. Inside the cabinet, way up on the top shelf, was a jar of pickles, and it was shaking furiously to and fro. Christopher's mom reached up, pulled the jar down, carefully placing it on the table. The jar began to shake again, and a voice from within the jar said, "You want a pickle?" Both Christopher and his mom were a little spooked by the high-pitched voice, but Christopher's mom was very brave. She had once stood between him and a hornet. She chased off a growling dog, and she'd held his hand in the dark one night when the house was making really funny noises. Christopher stared in awe as she reached out and picked up the jar. She used all of her mom muscles to open it, and then set the jar on the table. Almost immediately, a large, deep green pickle sprang from the jar. He landed on the table. This pickle was unlike any pickle they had ever seen, and most importantly, this pickle could speak. "My name is Okachuka," it proclaimed. "I'm the world's most perfect puckery pickle. I heard through the grapevine that there was a wonderful boy who was craving crunchy, salty, sour snacks that would make his mouth happy. And here I am. A pickle like me is rare indeed. I was born for big adventures. I even have my own superhero costume." Okachuka stood proudly on the rim of the pickle jar. Both Christopher and his mother stared in amazement at this beautiful and well-spoken dill pickle. He was now wearing a cape, boots, and his socks kept falling down. Christopher peeked around his mother and said, "Did you say you were Okachuka, the world's most perfect puckery pickle?" Pickle smiled, his best pickle grin. "Why, yes. Yes, I am." Christopher couldn't help staring. He had never seen a talking pickle before. "I don't think so." "What type of adventure have you been on, Mr. Okachuka?" he timidly asked. "I was born in a vast jungle, and all around were animals, pythons, even giants," said Okachuka. Christopher was impressed. "Pythons?" he asked with admiration. "Pythons? Really?" his mom said with one eyebrow. You know that look.
Yeah, you know what that was.
One eyebrow up, yep. "Well, I might be exaggerating a little," said Okachuka with a mischievous grin. "Okay, I started as a cucumber, a little seed in the garden. Behind the big barn down the road, there was a really big garter snake in the garden, and some field mice and a cat. The people who were picking the vegetables seemed like giants, but the other story is much more fun." Christopher and his mom both had to laugh. This pickle had some personality. Just then, Christopher's mom reminded him that they were going on a picnic in the woods. Christopher was looking forward to it, but he didn't want to leave his newfound pickle friend behind. Things were just starting to get interesting. They had a great idea. "Hey, Mom," he said, giving his most angelic grin. None of you ever use that angelic grin, do you? To get what Mom wants? No?
Well,
Okay.
if you guys do it,
I need to probably.
just my own time.
Sometimes you try
Sometimes.
to me.
He made his best angelic grin and said, Mom, could Uka Chuka come with us? His mom agreed, and soon Uka Chuka was packed in